So let's go and put in a solid round. Hopefully, but there's some difficult tracks with difficult weather. As I've mentioned before, Belgium AI tend to do a one stop. They tend to go free wet. We simply can't do that because of the chaos that's going to form at the pit stop. So we have to do an undercut, and let's see if we can do it to good effect. We're going to go tune in for both, simply because I want some quicker pit stops. So here it goes. Hopefully you can learn stuff. Team Alfa Romeo, good luck this weekend. And let's try and put this championship livery on to the top step. So, slow start and an average start. We need to try and get some positions. And here comes Hamilton into P16. So he's made an okay start. We're going to get very clogged up now. And we're almost paused. But we race down the straight then. So P16, P19 is not a bad start at all. And we're going to have to potentially do a one stop. Well, I say one stop. Pit on lap 1, I mean. Because we're going to do a 2-2-2. And I reckon we're going to have to do a 1-3-2 as well. So, Leclerc's got the best power unit. He's slightly got the better tyres. So I'm going to bring him in first. That's going to be the plan. I'm not going to use his power unit too much. We'll now boost him into pit. And Hamilton's holding his own here. That's what we like to see. That nearly was famous last words. And he gets a good slingshot out of the corner. And down the straight he goes. Leclerc's already out. And we're going to boost him just to close the gap. Leave him on medium. You can see here Hamilton doing okay. But he needs all the power unit for a big launch when he pits this lap. Going to go for a service because then we don't have to do it the second time. We've got Leclerc not too far off the back of this group, but he's still got one more lap to do after the next. So we're looking okay. We'll let him gradually close as Hamilton comes in the pits. These will be on the same strategy now as well. They'll both be pitting on the same lap next time round. So we might have to change the strategy a little bit. Or I might have to just push Hamilton a bit more than I would like to. But we'll have no servicing next time round. So we should be able to get a pretty quick stop. And let's push Hamilton. We'll keep Leclerc building up. We'll use Hamilton's fresher tyres to try and close that gap. You can see all these cars now start to get in. We're going for the small undercut on a large group of them. You can see Leclerc just sitting out the back now as we come down this part. And we're going to start boosting Hamilton again. We could probably go up to lap 5. Here's the chaos. Here comes the people out the pits as well. Can we get the Red Bull? We can. P8, that's a massive jump. And where do we going to... I mean, I might stay out here. And I might try and do one more lap. Try and let the field spread out a little bit more. I've got Leclerc into P12. I think I'm going to have to service Leclerc. So I need 0.83 to do so. We try and defend from Perez, that Red Bull. And I'm going to decide to do one more lap. I'm going to push out the strategy. Because I feel like with people being held up at the back, we might be able to just hold out. Got enough tyres. That's fine. You can see he's pushing pretty hard. Leclerc, he was around P19 when he came in on the first stops. Comes out P19 again. So that's not too bad. We've got a lap of coming in now for Hamilton. Still going to push. We're going to use the majority of that power unit because we want to just come out in front. We don't want to get stuck behind. See Leclerc here, P19 still at the moment. We need to try and get him up the field. Anything is a bit of a bonus here. We can't get through at the moment. Hamilton is in. Hamilton is in. We've got that tuning boost to try and help us. And we come out P13. So that's not bad at all, considering we are on a 2-stop versus a 1-stop. So Leclerc comes down as well. We can start to boost Leclerc now pretty much all the way through. We need some breakdowns. We can't really catch P12 either. Can we get any breakdowns? We need it. We definitely need it, but I don't think we're going to get it. As Hamilton rounds the last few corners and enters the final sector, so does Leclerc. We're trying, but Hamilton is going to come home P13. We'll absolutely take it, 100%. Leclerc with a round the outside move on Hulkenberg. Can't get it done on the line, and we do take P17. And I tell you what, for a full wet race, I will 100% take Hamilton P13 and Leclerc P17 for 20 points. Race number 2 and another difficult track. So if you didn't think Belgium was bad enough, we moved to Hungary. 33% chance of rain, I believe. And we've got to hope that it does rain because we can get a bigger advantage than we can in the dry, because everyone tends to pit lap 5 or lap 6. 19 and 22. And we've got a dry race this time round. So we'll do a 3-5 on Charles Leclerc. And we're going to... I don't want to use Cuppa too much. Going to use a bit of Taurus because I've got some spare. Hamilton, probably going to do the same. Probably might do Herald. I don't want to use it, but I'm going to see if I can get him through on the mediums. 4-4. Leclerc doing a 3-5. Can we put in another? I'd take 10 points here all day long in the dry. Honestly, that's my level of expectation. And it's not a bad start. It's P16 for Leclerc. We're going to keep him boosting. There's a couple of cars, McLaren and Ferrari, or even Alfa Romeo, come up to the inside. But in red, always looking like a Ferrari. So, P16, P20. We're going to push a little bit more because this is a good overtaking opportunity down here. And it is taken. P15. Hamilton went backwards. P21. So we're going to use this power unit now to earn it back up. Because we're going to move to some hards with Leclerc. And he takes Magnussen on the inside. Brilliant move. Rivals pushing on the power unit. We need to build some of this back though, because when we pit, we need to be pretty quick on the hards. Because we need to close the gap. We're going to go backwards. We need power unit 2 defenders. Hamilton's into P19. So he's moving his way up the field now as well. Down the straight. Always the best time to conserve. P20 now for Hamilton. As I was praising him, he goes backwards. So let's go on to the hards. Can we... Well, how many points are we on at the moment? 17. So that's not too bad. We're going to try and push now into the pits. Not many cars pitting on this lap. We've got Hulkenberg in. Hamilton's under attack from the mediums of Ocon. Williams coming into the pits as well. And we survive that so far. Here comes Leclerc, getting a bit held up by Zhou Guanyu with a faster pit time. We're going to boost briefly. Hulkenberg's there. Look at the difference in pit times. Hulkenberg ahead of us, ahead of Hamilton. And look where Leclerc is. As Leclerc gets past Zhou Guanyu, Alfa Romeo team orders for their captain. Does let us through. So we've used a lot of power unit here. Too much than I'd probably like. And this is where we're going to start going backwards. And this was my worry in Hungary. We do overtake a few. Or we will when they pit. But we're going to be pretty slow. As Zhou Guanyu lets us back through. So a bit of to in and fro in with the cars ahead. And we're back ahead of Zhou Guanyu now. Lewis Hamilton chasing down that blue of Williams. And he's looking for a move. Can he get through? Always lags at that corner. He's through though. And then down the straight. So a few pit stops in. Leclerc's 17th. We've still got some hard tyres ahead. Remember where Leclerc was at the start? I'm very much lagging now. Can we climb any higher? Got the mediums behind of the rival. We're going to push a little bit. We've got Nick Debris ahead of us. And hopefully we don't cause any debris with a move. But we're going backwards. This hard tyre, this 3-5, struggling a little bit. Hard tyres on a slow car, but we're up to P16. And Hamilton coming through past the car as well. Needing some breakdowns in Hungary. Will there be any? We'll have to wait and see. What we got ahead? No one to pit. So we're going to have to do these track racing. As Hamilton looks at Alex Albon. We're going to try and boost now. We need to hold off them soft tyres. Them soft tyres are going to be quick. We can't get the move done. We can try and go around the outside. And yes, we can. We're going to boost Leclerc. Should have conserved down that straight. Didn't. We've got Oscar Piastri. And McLaren obviously hasn't had the upgrades for this Hungary track. Because it's pretty much out the back. Can Hamilton get two in one corner? And through goes Hamilton into P19. Brilliant move. Leclerc. Logan Sargent. Oh, he's done us. P17 for Leclerc. Hamilton's P19. You know what? We'll take it. We will take it. It's 14 points at a very difficult Hungary track. Race number 3, and it's a return to the F1 Clash calendar for the track in Sao Paulo of Brazil, Interlagos. Remember that from my early days of F1. And bit of a reminder on strategy as well. So 4M, 5 hard works, great for the main account round here. We're going to do the same, but as you know, we know how poor it can be. We're going to test it though. Hamilton on a 3-3, I just don't think it's going to work. So I'm going to try. I am going to use Taurus. I'm going to do a 5-4 with Hamilton and a 4-5 with Charles Leclerc. All about the race start in Brazil. And can we get off? Average starts for both drivers. Leclerc pushing the Williams. Trying to get through. And he does get through to some extent because he's up to P16. And Oscar Piastri sits in the way yet again as we push forward. Can we? We're just going to leave pushing for a minute. And a safety car. Lando Norris has absolutely binned it. Where? There he is. He's on fire. In the corner, sitting out the way. So, we're going to have a very long stroll to get through to the next lap. You can see people now running through. Now, this might be an opportunity to get off these hards and move to a medium. Because we're only going to lose 3 places. Going to be a lot quicker on the mediums as well. We're not going to pit Charles Leclerc. So will this be a Ferrari mess up of a strategy? Or will it be perfection? We can extend Leclerc by a lap. We can extend Hamilton out. And he only loses a couple of places at the same time. So Leclerc's filled his boots up with battery. Hamilton is filling his boost up as well. He's not going to get 100% though, I don't think. But can't have everything your own way these days. But he is at the back of the pack. And we boost off with Charles Leclerc. Can we go and move up the inside? That'll be the perfect start to the lap. And it is. Oh no, it backfired, didn't it, guys? Absolutely backfired. It looked like the move was there for the making. And then we suddenly let Albon past. We're going to try and just see if we can catch a few cars sleeping. And this time we make it happen. But De Vries comes storming in. Not giving a damn about his recent drop-in of a seat. And he comes flying through to take the position back. Down the straight we go again. Leclerc. Kevin Magnussen in front of him this time. Oh, the old switcheroo by Charles Leclerc. And Hamilton moving through that medium tyre. Good choice. And he's got good power unit as well. 15th, 20th so far. De Vries now going backwards. He's realised that he had his 1 minute lap of wonder. And then he's realised why he's now got dropped by AlphaTauri. Down the straight, moving to lap number 5. Piastri in the pits. Leclerc. Can he do the switcheroo again on George Russell up the inside? Beautiful. What about Perez? Yeah, that's why you're second best, mate. We're up to P8. This is a good start. Can we get one more lap with Hamilton? I don't think we can here. I think we're going to have to pit. I don't want to pit. Don't want to. And I'm not. I'm going to stay out. We've got loads of power unit. I'm going to just run out up this straight. But I'm going to come back for some softs at the end. Look at this for a queue of traffic coming out of the pits. Leclerc finds himself P19. Hamilton looking after the tyres, kind of. There's a big train of cars. Are all these going to pit? Potentially. Just sadly, I haven't got the boost with Leclerc, who tries to move on Hamilton, eventually gets it done. And here they come. So few people in the pits. Leclerc will surely make up some positions here. Nice little undercut here on the go. P13. There's Hamilton. Oh, Hamilton and Tsunoda having a tangle. Unsafe release. Come on. Gotta be unsafe release. There's Leclerc coming back at Bottas. The mullet cannot hold on. The only thing it can hold on to is Bottas's head, because we're through. We're in to P11. Hamilton now with a lot of traffic behind or ahead, whichever way you look at your camera angle. Can we get a move done? Surely the hard tyres are no match for this pure soft of Lewis Hamilton. They are at the minute, but not for much longer. P19. We've got Leclerc sitting P10. This is good from Leclerc. The Ferrari master plan, stay out tactician. And here comes Ocon with a run. Where did he get the DRS from? Because that's some insane pace as he gets through. We've been embarrassed by the Alpine. But don't worry, there's two ahead. Surely they'll D not F. DNF's coming up for Alpine, surely. They've got to break down. That's just real life. Come on, Alpine. You've never finished a race for a while. And I don't think we're going to do it. Oh my God, and now we're getting attacked by the Haas. Oh no, and the Mercedes. Oh, that's awful. We've just lost about 5 positions on one corner. Oh, that was disgusting. We should have got a lot better point. I mean, I'll take it. It's 19 points in Brazil. But it easily should have been 24 points. It's time for the 4th race of the opening round in Singapore. And can we score some final very good points to help us move forward in opening round? So where are we going to qualify? I think we know that already. It's going to be near the back. 17th though for Charles Leclerc, which is very interesting because he never usually starts there. We've got some rain inbound as well. So let's have a look. Potential tuning, and we're going to save our boosts here, our good ones anyway. And what can we use? Let's use downforce, because I don't know why, I'm just going to use it. I've got it spare. Okay, so here we go to boost. Can we get a good start? P17, P23. Leclerc doesn't get a good start. Real race player as well, and we've got absolutely pinned at the first corner. And where do we stack up? P17, it's Hamilton with the medium that has come through. And we're going to keep boosting. We've got rain in 2 minutes. So that could be roughly when Leclerc might pit, and we'll cut down. Can we get squeezed? Maybe one more place out of Hamilton. We can. P13. And where can we go from here? P13, P17. Keep pushing, is the call. I've got a bit of a crash at the first corner with Hamilton, but Hamilton survives. And with Leclerc in P17, definitely looks like he might be able to get away with one more lap and wets. Can Hamilton get past his old foe, Fernando Alonso? Already, up the inside he goes. Can't get it done. And still we wait for some moves as Leclerc moves into 18th. Lando Norris now all over the back of Lewis Hamilton. We've got a minute until the wets. We can do 4 laps comfortably. That's good to see for Leclerc because he'll be coming in next lap. Rival with the softs. We can do 1 more lap with Hamilton. And where can we get to? Definitely going to go wets for Charles. Hamilton, can we squeeze back past the... We can of Ocon. Norris somehow got ahead of us, nearly getting back. And now by the time we get into pit and pit, we should be bang on these wet tyres. Shouldn't be too far away at all. Got no choice. We can't go to dries. We've got to go to the wets. And in he comes. Good pit stop needed. Rival pits as well. And it's only 10 seconds until the rain comes in. Both of us go out onto the wets. Going to have to take a bit of pain here. And then hopefully the rain will start coming in. Rival's pushing though. Rival's pushing pretty hard. It's not got the best power unit. Perez struggling. We've seen that before. Round the outside Hamilton goes. Makes the job done. 12% on the rain now. Can we get some points? Hamilton used a lot of his tyres and servicing. And will come into the pits. People carrying on round. Leclerc's not in a bad position here. With everyone pitting. We keep up the pressure. Down the straight, and you can see we're coming out in not a bad position at all. Pit exit trick. Still works okay. And it's Leclerc P14, Hamilton P20. Ahead of us, still a fair few dry tyres. We've got every chance of making some moves. You can see there. Rivals ahead of both of us, of Hamilton. And you can see Leclerc now taking the move on George Russell. So, good strategy here. As Hamilton gets absolutely pinned. We'll see if we can get him through though. And let's boost now Charles Leclerc. To get them last few hard pit stoppers out the way. Because down the straight he goes. And we're still... Are they doing 6 laps on the hards? They are. They're doing 6 laps on the hard tyres, these AI. Which is an interesting strategy, if you ask me. And we should be able to catch them up. They should struggle. There's 1 ahead of us, George Russell. We've got Norris there as well. 2 ahead of Leclerc. So Leclerc should surely fly past these. But he can't get past. These should be... It's 80% wet and a breakdown. Surely we can get past Gasly. And finally we do. But, geez, they're not punished at all. Look, Sainz is out of tyres. Where is Sainz? In front of us. Can we get Sainz in the wet out of tyres? He gets away from us. I don't know how. Hamilton P16 is going to finish, and we couldn't get past the dry tyres. And that's very interesting indeed. Still, that's one of the bugs where tyres aren't as impacted. So that is opening round video for the free-to-play account done and dusted for this one. We've done 4 races and we've scored 77 points. Now I'll take that. I'm pretty happy with that scoring with some difficult tracks as well. 20 points in Belgium, then 14 points in Hungary, and then 19 and 24 to finish. So pretty happy with that, and hopefully we can finish off with a great round as well. Make it through to final round, and that's where the points mean prizes and hopefully some new unlocks. So fingers crossed on that one. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's been pretty fun adventure on the free-to-play account. Good luck Alfa Romeo team. Let's smash it and get through to final round.